Good morning, everyone. So we are there with the subject BK and chapter number 2, accounts of not-for-profit concern. So before going further, we will going to just recap what we have learned in the last lecture. Okay, so what we have saw the two types of organization. Okay, so which two types of organization we have learned in the last lecture? Okay, so we have learned about the profit organization and non-profit organization. Correct. Okay, so profit organization means the organizations which whose main motive is to earn profit and they are engaged in trading activities, whereas non-profit organizations are those organizations whose main motive is to provide service to its members and the society at large, and they are not engaged in any trading activities. We have already learned about the counts of trading activities, profit and organization. So in this chapter, as we know, we will going to learn how to prepare accounts which are there uh, in non-profit organization, how to prepare accounts. And then we saw the features of non-profit organizations. Okay. Now today we will going to continue with the difference between the two accounts that we have learned is receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. Okay, you already know what is meant by receipt and payment account and what is income and expenditure account, which we have already seen in the last lecture. Okay, today we are going to differentiate what is the difference between the two. So we are going to start with this. Now, as you can see on the screen, receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account is given, and the differentiation between the two is there. The very first is differentiation between the two is the type of account. So receipt and payment account is a real account. Which account? A real account. Whereas income and expenditure account is a nominal account. Okay, because as all the cash transactions and bank transactions are recorded in receipt and payment account, that's why it is a real account. Whereas all the income and expenditures are recorded in an income and expenditure account, that's why it is called nominal account. Next is nature. When we talk about receipt and payment account, it is similar to cash book. Okay, where receipt side is there and payment side is there, whereas income and expenditure account is like a profit and loss account that we have saw in partnership final account. Okay, so it is similar to profit and loss account. Object, what is the object of receipt and payment account? It is prepared to present a summary of cash transactions. Okay, so what is the object of receipt and payment account? It shows the summary of the cash transactions, whereas income and expenditure account is prepared to ascertain the net results of all income and expenditure transactions. So all income and expenditure transactions which are there for the purpose of net result, find out the net result, the income and expenditure account is prepared. The next is the opening balance. Now in receipt and payment account, it starts with opening cash and bank balance. Okay, whereas there is no such opening balance in income and expenditure account. कोई opening balance नहीं होता है. The next is closing balance. Similar, the closing balance represents the cash in hand or cash of bank at the end of the given period. Okay, so whatever cash or bank balance is there, it will be a closing balance. Okay, whereas income and expenditure account, the closing balance represents either it will be a surplus or it will be a deficit. Okay, so these are the difference between these two accounts. The next is receipt and payment. So all the receipts and payments during a current period are recorded in this account, whereas in income and expenditure account, only revenue receipts and revenue expenses are related to current period are recorded. Okay, so whether the in receipt and payment account, whether it's revenue or whether it's capital receipt or revenue or capital expenditure, both are recorded in receipt and payment account. Whereas in income and expenditure account, आपको सिर्फ revenue receipt से मिलेंगे और revenue expenditure से मिलेंगे. यहाँ पे आपको capital नहीं मिलेंगे. Capital receipts और capital expenditures आपको यहाँ पे नहीं दिखेंगे in income and expenditure account. The next is non-cash items. So all the non-cash items, they are not recorded in receipt and payment account, whereas non-cash items जैसे कि bad debts है, depreciation है, outstanding expenses है, ये सब आपको recorded मिलेंगे income and expenditure account में. All accounts. The next is all accounts. So all transactions related to personal accounts, related to real accounts, and related to nominal accounts are there. Whereas in income and expenditure account, this account contains only transactions which are related to nominal account. तो आपको कौन से transactions दिखेंगे receipt and payment में? Personal account से related, real account से related और nominal account से related. लेकिन जबकि income and expenditure account में you will only going to see the transactions which are related to nominal accounts. The next is period. So it includes amount received or amount paid for any period like previous year, current year or next year. Okay. Whereas in income and expenditure account, only amounts which are related to current year are included. Okay. So receipt and payment account mein you can see previous year's amount also. You can see current year as well as next year's amount. But in income and expenditure account, you will only going to record the amounts which are related to current year. And the last point is balance sheet. Now, it need not be necessary to accompanied by a balance sheet, but in case of income and expenditure account, it is always accompanied by a balance sheet. Okay, so receipt or payment के it is not accompanied by balance sheet, but income and expenditure account is always accompanied by balance sheet. So these are the difference between receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. I hope these differences are clear to you. Okay, so we can proceed further then. So as I said in the last lecture, today we will going to go through with adjustments which are related to non-profit organizations. Okay, now some adjustment आपको already पता है, which is similar to which we have saw in partnership final accounts, and some adjustments which are new for you. Okay, now starting with the very first two adjustments. Okay, so outstanding expenses and prepaid expenses. Okay, so we have already saw this adjustment in final account by solving the partnership final accounts. Okay, what is outstanding expenses? Can anyone tell me? Okay, so outstanding expenses are those expenses which are unpaid. Okay, outstanding expenses which are unpaid, which means they are yet to be paid. Okay, so those expenses are called as outstanding expenses. ऐसा expense, ऐसा खर्चा जो अभी pay करना बाकी है, which are unpaid. Okay, that is called as outstanding expenses. Okay, that is what is meant by prepaid expenses. The expenses which are paid in advance, जो हम एडवांस में ही पे कर देते हैं, that they are called as prepaid expenses. Okay, so outstanding expenses which are yet to be paid, or we can say which are unpaid, whereas prepaid expenses which are paid in advance. Okay, now what are the two effects? So outstanding expenses, if there on any concern expenditure, then you have to add that on the with the concerned expenditure in the concerned expenditure. Okay, which side? On the expenditure side of income and expenditure account. Okay, because it is an outstanding expense, so income and expenditure account is there. ठीक है, उसमें आप expenditure side में क्या करोगे? रिकॉर्ड करोगे आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस को ऑन द कंसर्न्ड आइटम जिस पे वो एक्सपेंस दिया गया है. Okay, the second effect will be shown liability side of balance sheet, where you will going to show liability side of balance sheet because it is a liability which we have to pay, yet we have to pay, we are not paid. Okay, the second effect will be on liability side of balance sheet. Okay, the two effects. The next is prepaid expense. So what will be the effect, two effects of prepaid expense? First effect क्या होगा? You will going to deduct the prepaid amount from the concerned expense. Which side? On the expenditure side of income and expenditure account. Whereas you will going to show it on the asset side of balance sheet. Okay, this is the second effect. So पहला effect you have to deduct it from the concerned expense, and second effect आपको prepaid expense को दिखाना है asset side of balance sheet. Okay, so these are the two adjustment: outstanding expense and prepaid expenses. Now next two is accrued income or outstanding income कहा जाता है उसे, and the second is income received in advance या pre-received income. Okay, now what is this accrued income? Okay, or outstanding income? The income which is earned during the year but it has not been received during the year, it is an outstanding income. Okay, ऐसा income जो हमने ये साल में ही कमाया है लेकिन वो मुझे ये साल में अभी तक नहीं मिला है, it is still outstanding, that is called as accrued income or outstanding income. Okay, is it clear? ऐसा income which I have earned during the year but it has not been received during the year, such income is called as outstanding income. Whereas what is income received in advance or pre-received income? Okay, so sometimes income is received during the year which is actually related to the next year. Okay, if my current year is or pre-received income. So if my current year is 2020 2021 और यहाँ मुझे ये साल में नेक्स्ट ईयर का कोई इनकम मिल रहा है तो इट इज नथिंग बट इनकम रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस. ओके, नाउ व्हाट विल बी द टू इफेक्ट्स? ओके, अगर आउटस्टैंडिंग इनकम है तो इसका टू इफेक्ट, फर्स्ट इफेक्ट कहाँ पे जाएगा? आउटस्टैंडिंग इनकम इज एडेड इन द concerned income on income side of income and expenditure account. Okay, so income and expenditure account के income side में, okay, if and on any item outstanding income is given, you will going to add this amount on the in the concerned item which will be there on the income side of income and expenditure account. And the second effect will be outstanding income. Now this is income, that's why it will be recorded on the asset side of the balance sheet, where it will be recorded asset side of the balance sheet. Okay, now you don't get confused. If outstanding expenditure is there, then it's a liability. Okay, and that's why it will be recorded in the liability side of balance sheet, whereas outstanding income, it is a asset, that's why it will be recorded on asset side of the balance sheet. Okay, then next is income received in advance. उसके two effects कहाँ पे जाएंगे? There are first effect, the amount of income received in advance is deducted from the concerned income in income side of income and expenditure account. Okay, तो जो भी income received in advance हुआ है वो आप deduct करोगे. ठीक है, जो भी concern income पर आपको income received हुआ है advance में उसमें से आप deduct करोगे, and the second effect you will going to show it on liability side of balance sheet, where you are going to show liability side of balance sheet. Okay, so these are the two important adjustments: outstanding income and free received income or income received in advance कहते हैं जिसे. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so we can proceed further then. Now the next adjustment is of depreciation and capitalization of entrance fee. Now what is depreciation? Everyone knows it is reduction in the value of fixed asset. Okay, depreciation means reduction in the value of fixed asset. And what are the two effects of this depreciation? First, you will going to record it on the debit side of income and expenditure account. कहाँ पे record करोगे? Debit side of income and expenditure account. And the second will be you will going to deduct it from the concerned item from balance sheet. Okay, so depreciation, this adjustment everyone knows. आपको debit side में दिखाना है, कहाँ पे expenditure side में दिखाना है, income and expenditure account के, and you have to deduct it from the fixed assets on which the depreciation is charged. Okay, so these are the two effects of depreciation. Now the capitalization of entrance fee. Now this is new for you. Now what is entrance fee? सबसे पहले वो समझ लो. Entrance fees are the fees which are paid by the person who intend to become a member of the organization or concern. Okay, so entrance fee क्या है? वो fee है जो एक person pay करता है if the person intention is to become a member of the organization. Okay, so if I want to become a member of a sports club, okay, sports club is an example of a non-profit organization. Okay, so if I want to be a member of sports club, so for that a certain amount of fee I have to pay, okay, to be a member of the sports club. So that fee is called as entrance fee. Okay, now generally this entrance fee is a capital receipt, or we can say it is a capital income, but sometime its part can be treated as a revenue receipt. Okay, basically ये जो entrance fee है ये capital receipt ही होता है, लेकिन कभी कभी entrance fee का कुछ part जो है उसको हम revenue receipt में भी revenue receipt करके भी treat करते हैं. Okay, so I hope entrance fee is clear to you. A fee which a person pays, okay, a fee which person pays who wanted, whose intention is to become a member of the organization. Okay, so that's why it is the word is capitalization of entrance fee. Okay, capitalization means capital, they are the capital receipts. Okay, so यहाँ पे दो इफेक्ट क्या होंगे एंट्रेंस फी के. The first effect will be you will going to deduct from entrance fee. Okay, now basic दूसरा इफेक्ट इसका कहाँ पे जाएगा, आप कैपिटल फंड में ऐड करोगे इसको, और कैपिटल फंड कहाँ पे मिलेगा आपको, बैलेंस शीट में लायबिलिटी साइड में. जब हमारा फर्स्ट आइटम रहता है कैपिटल. ओके, जब हम पार्टनरशिप फाइनल अकाउंट्स कर रहे थे, दैट टाइम वी रिकॉर्ड ओवर देयर कैपिटल, वी राइट ओवर देयर कैपिटल. बट इन नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यू विल गोइंग टू मेंशन कैपिटल फंड. आप क्या मेंशन करोगे, यू विल मेंशन कैपिटल फंड, एंड इन दैट यू विल गोइंग टू ऐड दिस अमाउंट ऑफ entrance fee which will be there for purposes of capitalization. Now just one example I will going to give you how to record it. Now if in the adjustment is given something like 50% entrance fee is capitalized. Okay, ऐसा आपको एडजस्टमेंट में दिया जाएगा. Okay, 50% of entrance fee is capitalized. Okay, which means जो भी आपका एंट्रेंस फी दिया जाएगा इन द इनकम रिसिप्ट ऑफ पेमेंट अकाउंट में, उसमें से आपको 50% क्या करना है, यू हैव टू कैपिटलाइज. ओके, सो व्हाट यू विल गोइंग टू डू, सपोज माय एंट्रेंस फी अमाउंट इज 10,000. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल इट इज 10,000. so what you will going to do, you will going to deduct यानी लेस करोगे 50%. तो 50% कितना होगा, इट विल बी 5,000. ओके, ना तो हम कितना बच जाएगा, 5,000. Okay, so out of this 10,000 what you have done, you have 50% you have capitalized it, और बचा हुआ 5,000 फिर क्या है, this will be your revenue receipt. Okay, so in this manner a simple सा adjustment है ये, कोई confusion नहीं है, simple सा adjustment है. You have first effect you will going to deduct it from the entrance fee, and the second effect आपका जो balance sheet में liability side में capital fund रहेगा, you will just going to add it. आप क्या लिखोगे, add, and you will going to add this 5,000 over there. Okay, so these are the two effects of entrance fee if an adjustment will be there on the entrance fee. Okay, first will be capital, you will going to deduct it from the entrance fee, which will be there on income side of income and expenditure account, and the second we will going to add to capital fund, which will be there on liability side of balance sheet. I hope this adjustment is clear to everyone. Okay, now the next adjustment, and it's very important adjustment of this non-profit concern. Okay, so this is a very important adjustment and somewhat it is a confusing also, तो आपको ध्यान देना है subscription पे. Okay, so what is subscription? पहले ये समझ लो what is meant by subscriptions. So subscription is a revenue income of not for profit concern. Which income it is? It is a revenue income of not for profit concern. Subscriptions may be given periodically. All members have to pay subscription regularly. It is credited to income and expenditure account. Now, what is this subscription is? Okay, so in order to be a member of the organization, ठीक है, एक organization का member बना रहने के लिए every month or every 3 months, or it depends upon the organization, okay, a certain amount is paid to the firm. Okay, a certain amount is paid to the firm. Okay, that is called as a subscription. Okay, that is called as subscription. जैसे हम स्कूल में अगर हम एडमिशन लेते हैं तो what we does, every one month we pay the fee, right? Every month we pay the fee. क्यों पे करते हैं fee? ताकि हम स्कूल के स्टूडेंट बने रहें. ठीक है, so in the same manner, if a member want to be a member of the non-profit concern, then periodically a certain amount of money is paid by the member to the firm. Okay, that is called as subscription. Okay, so all member have to pay subscription regularly. अगर member regularly pay नहीं कर रहा है, which means he is not interested to be a member of the firm, और उसका नाम register से निकल सकता है. Okay, so subscription, everyone it's clear what is meant by subscription? Now, subscription can be classified as, subscription can be classified as subscription of current year received in the current year, subscription of previous year received in current year, subscription of next year received in the current year, and subscription of current year is outstanding. Now, in this four statement, which is a common thing? Common क्या लगा आपको? Which is a common point in this four statement? करेक्ट, इट्स करंट ईयर. ओके, अगर आप देखोगे तो चारों स्टेटमेंट में एक चीज बहुत कॉमन है, दैट इज करंट ईयर, करंट ईयर, करंट ईयर एंड करंट ईयर. ओके, सो करंट ईयर इज प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन दिस सब्सक्रिप्शन. तो आपको हमेशा ध्यान रखना है कि करंट ईयर पे ही फोकस करना है. ओके, इफ यू विल बी फोकस ऑन करंट ईयर and it will be easy for you to understand कि वो जो adjustment है which is related to subscription वो add होगा या वो less होगा. Okay, so current year plays a very important role. So if any subscription of current year you are receiving in current year, then you will going to add it. If any subscription of previous year you received in current year, then we will going to deduct it. Any subscription of next year you have received in current year, then you will going to deduct it. Any subscription of current year which is outstanding, then you will going to add it. Okay, so current year पे focus करना है, क्योंकि if the current year will be there, so then you will going to understand which adjustment which is related to current year, whether it's of current year, whether it's of previous year, whether it's of next year. Okay, so these three years will be understood if you will going to understand करंट ईयर. अगर मुझे मेरा करंट ईयर क्लियर है तो आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा कि जो एडजस्टमेंट सब्सक्रिप्शन से रिलेटेड है वो करंट ईयर से रिलेटेड है या नेक्स्ट ईयर से रिलेटेड है या प्रीवियस ईयर से रिलेटेड है, और उसे मुझे ऐड करना है या लेस करना है सब्सक्रिप्शन में. तो ये एक ही पॉइंट है जहाँ पे बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं और फिर उनको लगता है कि एनपीओ बहुत हार्ड है. ठीक है, जबकि एनपीओ बिल्कुल हार्ड नहीं है और ये पॉइंट एकदम सिंपल है समझने के लिए। ओनली द थिंग इज दैट यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड करंट ईयर को दिमाग। Now the next one is a creation of special funds out of donation. Okay, so this is the next adjustments which is based on donations. Okay, now donation means what is donation? Donation means it's a gift given either by the members or any outsiders to the organization. Okay, so donation क्या है? एक तरह का गिफ्ट होता है जो दिया जाता है by the members of the organization which are already the members और जो या by the outsiders to the organization. Now there are two types of donations. Okay, the first is general donation and the second one is specific donation. Now what is general donations? So general donations are treated as revenue income and it will be shown on income side of income and expenditure account क्योंकि donation is always an income for the non-profit organization, इसलिए इसको कहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड किया जाता है? It is recorded on the income side of income and expenditure accounts. So the donations which are not having any condition, ऐसा donation which I am giving to the firm but I am not giving for any certain purpose or for certain reason or for with a condition. Okay, that donation is called as general donation. मुझे पास पैसे थे, मैंने donation देना था, I had given donation to the organization. वो जहाँ पे यूज करना चाहते हैं वो कर सकते हैं. Okay, so there is no certain conditions on such donations. That donations are called as general donations. And the second is specific donations. Now what is specific donations? If the donation is given for a specific purpose. Okay, अगर मैं कोई donation दे रही हूँ वो specific purpose के लिए ही दे रही हूँ, then that donation is called as specific donations. For example, if I am given the donation for the purpose of building, ठीक है, for the purpose of construction of building, okay, so that will be donations for building fund. Okay, अगर कोई prizes के लिए दे रही हूँ तो it will be donation for prize fund. अगर कोई sport tournaments organize करने के लिए donation दे रही हूँ तो it will be donation for sports tournaments. तो ये जो donation है फिर वो उसी purpose के लिए ही use होगा, it will not be used for any other purpose. So that comes under specific donation जहाँ पे conditions होती हैं if the donation is given for a purpose of certain how to utilize the fund for a certain purpose. Okay, I hope these two donations are clear to you. General donations without any conditions, specific donations with a conditions only can be used for the purpose it is given. Right, now what will the two effect? As I said, the general donation will be treated as revenue income. Okay, उसको क्या treat किया जाएगा? Revenue income treat किया जाता है. That's why it will be shown on income side of income and expenditure account. Okay, and if the specific donation will be there, then you will going to record it on the liability side of balance sheet. कहाँ पे record करोगे? Liability side of balance sheet. Okay, now sometimes adjustment is given, जैसे कि if it is there, it is mentioned over there donation and it is given 50% for building fund. Okay, ऐसे आपको adjustment दिया जाता है. 50% is for building fund. Now what we will go, you will going to do, you will going to mention जहाँ पे आपका donation है, ठीक है, तो हमारा donation कहाँ पे है? हमारा donation है income side में, ठीक है, तो donation is suppose 5 lakhs. How much is my donation? It is 5 lakhs. So I will just going to deduct the 50% which is there for building fund. Okay, which is there for building fund. ठीक है, तो 2,50,000 होगा 50%. ठीक है, and remaining will be outer side के column में. Okay, so यहाँ पे ये जो 50% है this is for building fund. Okay, and जो बचा हुआ 50% है this is a revenue income. Okay, so if such adjustment will be there, then what you will going to do, you will going to ये जो आपका 50% आपने निकाला है इसका आप second effect दिखाओगे, you will going to show it on the liability side of balance sheet. कहाँ पे दिखाओगे? Liability side of balance sheet. Okay, so this is the way जहाँ पे donations पे adjustment आ सकते हैं. Either they will going to say full donation is there only for building fund, which means it is a specific donation, it is for the purpose of specific donation. और आप उसको कहाँ पे record करोगे? You will going to record it on the liability side of the balance sheet. Okay, I hope this donation point is clear to you. Now the next adjustment is related to stock of stationery. Okay. Now this adjustment is actually the adjustment which can come as a stock of stationery or sports material consumed or medicines or drugs consumed. Okay. तो मैं सिर्फ एक ही एग्जांपल ले रही हूँ स्टॉक ऑफ स्टेशनरी का, पर ऐसे आपको 3 एग्जांपल्स आ सकते हैं. इट माइट बी ऑन स्पोर्ट्स मटेरियल कंज्यूम, it might be on medicines or drugs. Okay, so it's you have to follow the same format. Okay, you have to follow the same format even if it's stationary or it's sports material related or it's medicines or drugs related. Okay, now what is stationery? Stationery, everyone knows stationery kya hai? It is an expenditure. Okay, stationery kya hai? It is an expenditure. It may be calculated as under. अब एक calculation होता है whenever the problem is there in your uh, बुक. ओके, फॉर्म एक कैलकुलेशन दिया जाता है स्टॉक ऑफ स्टेशनरी का, तो हाउ टू कैलकुलेट इट, ठीक है, फ्रॉम द इंफॉर्मेशन विच इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. ओके, so it may be calculated as under. सबसे very first, if you will see opening stock of stationery. Okay, what you will going to record? You will going to write opening stock of stationery. In that you will going to add purchase of stationery during the year. You will going to add the amount of purchase of stationery during the year. Then you will going to add outstanding stationery bill. What you will going to add? Outstanding stationery bill. You will going to less closing stock of stationery. Okay, you will going to less closing stock of stationery. और add less करने के बाद जो भी आंसर मिलेगा it will be your stationery consumed during a year. Okay, so it will be a stationery you have used during the year. Okay, so this is the way the calculation will be there if the adjustment is there related to stock of stationery or related to sports material consumed or related to drugs or medicines. Okay, so ये format है, ये अपने book में लिख लो. Okay, now if this stationery consume is given, okay, what will be the two effects of it? इसका दो effect क्या होगा? If stationery consume is debited to income and expenditure account, it will be debited to income and expenditure account. And second, आपको क्या दिखाना है? Closing stock of stationery. What you will going to show? Closing stock of stationery, यानी ये, ठीक है. एक तो ये फॉर्मेट है, ठीक है, ये फॉर्मेट आपको पूरा कहाँ पे दिखाना है? इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट के डेबिट में. कहाँ पे दिखाओगे? इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट के डेबिट में. और जब आप सेकेंड इफेक्ट डालोगे तो आप सिर्फ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक का सेकेंड इफेक्ट डालोगे, बाकी किसी का भी सेकेंड इफेक्ट नहीं डालोगे. ओके, किसका? सिर्फ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक का सेकेंड इफेक्ट डालोगे. और वो कहाँ पे दिखाओगे? यू विल गोइंग टू शो इट ऑन दी एसेट साइड ऑफ द बैलेंस शीट. Okay, so first effect, this format you will going to show on the income and expenditure के debit side में, which means expenditure side में. Expenditure side में you will going to show this format. Okay, and second effect जब आप डालोगे तो आप सिर्फ closing stock का second effect डालोगे, which will be on asset side of balance sheet. I hope this point is clear to everyone. Now here I had just taken one example so that it might be easy, more clear for you to understand. Okay, so if in the question is given informations like opening stock of stationery 5,000, purchase stationery 7,000, outstanding stationery bill 12,000, closing stock is given 1,000, so what will be the amount of stationery consumed? Now this can be asked in for 1 mark in your objective also. हाँ? 1 mark के लिए आपके objective में भी आ सकता है. Okay, so simple 1 mark और मुझे 100% लग रहा है it might come. Okay, so for your in your objective, now this will be the format जो हम already देख चुके हैं. सबसे पहले what you will going to record? You will going to record opening stock of stationery जो कितना दिया है? 5,000. उसमें you have add, you will going to add purchase of stationery, so which is given 7,000. In that you will going to add outstanding bill which is given 12,000, and you will going to deduct closing stock of stationery which is given 1,000. Okay, So after adding and deducting what amount I have got, I got 23. So this is the stationery that is consumed during the particular year, during the current year. Okay, so I hope this example is clear to you. This is the way you will going to calculate the stationery, how much stationery is consumed during the year. Is the point of stationery is clear to everyone? Okay, so in the next lecture, we will going to continue with the calculations of the adjustments